With the hype for Kalos at an all-time high, I just want to show you something. This was the past. Everybody remembers this, right? Now, let's reforge it. Oh my god. 4K resolution. See you guys soon. Not only did we get late battling into the Wi-Fi community back, I don't know, Generation 4, when I used to go to Atlanta Bread Company and play Wi-Fi and record those battles or try to get them off of the DS. But now we have Pokemon X and Y, and I'll let the battle speak for itself. I've got a really big surprise for you guys, and you're not ready for it. Huge thanks to Zaza Bunger. Is that Mirror Cave? Is this reflection? Is this real life? We have custom Wi-Fi battle backgrounds. We are leading with Shere Khan now. Contrary Superior has to be of the hardy nature back in the day, so that means that it doesn't outspeed key things that it outspeeds normally. Shere Khan is a great name for this, or Ka. He's going to go into Venusaur here, as now I go for the Hidden Power Fire, hoping that I catch it on the switch. It does not do that much, telling me that is especially a defensive Venusaur. That's okay, though. I do not have a Talonflame on my team, but what I do have is a specially defensive Excadrill that is ready to take whatever hit this thing goes for. I'm also wanting to not only try to match it point to point, maybe get some Earthquake damage off. See how well I take Giga Drain. I take it pretty well considering it's a neutral hit. Also have the opportunity to get these Stealth Rocks up for the Talonflame later on, so that's very important. However, you're going to see I missed something very huge in this battle. Stealth Rocks are going to get set up on both sides of the field as I go for a Toxic, hoping that he will set up the rocks, and I get a Toxic off on Garchomp, which is great, because that Rough Skin Residual is going to wear down my team, especially with Stealth Rocks already on the field. I go up to Bianca trying to see what this Garchomp goes for, and he goes for Dragon Tail, meaning that he has the ability to swap out the hazards. By the way, we played this on the new Azahar emulator. I know you guys have seen my Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow match, and you have to see that match to believe it. Our first attempt at, I guess, taking a whirl at Azahar Online. Anyways, what a brilliant prediction by my opponent, predicting me to go for Roost to set up defensive Charizard X. A little bit more on the bulky side I do prefer usually, and I Roost, and then on the switch I get bopped by an Earthquake, and then I double switch out, trying to see what coverage he has for Shere Khan, and he did have the Fire Blast, and as I said, it's a crucial thing, being 6 speed points lower, being that hardy nature. Now we've got the Latios and Tyranitar matchup, and I did not realize how bad Defog is right here, because Talonflame is in the back, and I need those rocks, and I just haven't realized it yet. It was at this point I realized that I messed up. Now, this is bold, physically defensive Bianca. I do take the Pursuit really well. Now, this is a crit, though. I do get that damage weakened by the Colbur Berry, but imagine if that was not weakened by the Colbur Berry, that crit definitely would have taken me out. Great play on my opponent's part to go for Pursuit to try to Pursuit trap down Latios. Now, offensively, I can't do anything to this, and Crunch does absolutely stupid amounts of damage, considering I am physically defensive, and I've lost my Colbur Berry. That is very unfortunate, as Tyranitar doesn't actually get knockoff until Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, crazy enough. This Hidden Power Fire doesn't do anything at all, and this final Ice Beam takes me to my cold, deserted grave all by myself with Bianca. Unfortunately, that is what it is. Shere Khan can come in here for free. I'm predicting him to go to, like, Talonflame, predicting me to go for, like, Leaf Storm to get my Contrary boost. I don't know how defensive this Excadrill is, but he takes Dragon Pulse really well. I feel like Leaf Storm was the play, but even with the Sandstorm subsiding, I don't think I outspeed it. Like I said, those crucial speed points. He goes for an Iron Head. I know he won't go for an Earthquake, considering I had out Shere Khan. So now I double back to Shere Khan, predicting the Earthquake, as now Mr. Rossetti just takes me out with an Iron Head. And I'm like, Iron Head. Iron Head again. Okay, bring in Triad Thunder. Lock it down. There's another Iron Head. Okay, I get flinched. There's another. Is he Choice Scarfed? Is he Choice Locked? That means my Choice Specs Triad Thunder can come in here with Choice Specs Hidden Power Fire and eliminate this threat from the game. No more Excadrill. I really dig that play. We're going to get out of here and go into Bakiryu. Again, we are especially defensive, and we can get the rocks back up. I'm wondering if he's carrying the Sleep Powder. Gets the Leech Seed off on the switch. I don't know. I think this Venusaur might be a mixed wall, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I did see the damage range. Looking at that Earthquake range, I don't think it's physically defensive at all. But between the Leech Seed healing and the Giga Drain, that is very problematic to Bakiryu as he gets up to about 75% of health as I now go back out to Triad Thunder. Now this is a huge ongoing back and forth with Giga Drains, Synthesis, and such. So let me just click this button as we go into this Synthesis, and let me just speed this up for you real quick. As you see, there's some Synthesis, there's some Flash Cannons, some Giga Drains, some Blasting. We're blasting these Flash Cannons. And I was like, okay, Synthesis only has 8 power points. So if I can wear him down, wear his power points down, eventually my Specs Flash Cannon will take him out. I'm going to look and see if I was actually modest or timid. One final Flash Cannon finally finishes this thing after we deplete all of its power points, as now Keldeo comes in here, and I don't know how this Keldeo is set up. Of course, the Secret Sword comes through, knocks me out, as I now go into Bubble Aim. By the way, Super Mario Odyssey getting an HD remake on the Switch too. Okay, sorry, Super Mario Odyssey. Anyways, we're going to go for a play rough here. Great job by my opponent. Just to make sure that the Talonflame in the back has perfect range for both of my Pokemon. Getting everything worn down and not having the Stealth Rocks. And then just going into Keldeo here, just to get offensive damage on a Zoom Arrow. We resist that Scald and it does too much damage. We do hit this play rough and eviscerate this Keldeo from the game. However, Excadrill's not at the point that we can live the Talonflame. And my opponent is phenomenally brilliant here, just forcing me to just use up all of my resources so the Talonflame could come in the back and clean up. I do go out to Bakiryu here. I do 4 times resist the Stone Edge. I didn't know what he was going to go for. I do have the Sand Rush ability up, so that means I do outspeed. And right here, the Rock move and having the Stealth Rocks up would have won me the game. However, of course, the Defog earlier and not putting up the Rocks against the Mega Venusaur. Choice Banded, I'm assuming, maybe? I don't know. It's in the back. Hasn't taken any damage. Hasn't taken Stealth Rocks. Choice Banded or not, Gale Wings Talonflame does what it does. It was amazing in X and Y. One of the highlights of most of my teams. 2 Brave Birds. No mercy. Just a complete mowdown of my team. Great game, Keishin. Thank you guys so much for the match. And I thought that was quite a bit of a surprise. But I've got more coming. And I'm back. So let's reforge our future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.